Back again. Oh yeah, this is all the product I'm showing you guys is not even sponsored. Like, I don't get paid for this. I just want to share it with my subscriber. So this is what I'm using today. I'll set my timer. Oops. What the hell? Last time I put it, it didn't even stick in my face. Last time I didn't want to stick. But I'm supposed to leave it on like for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna leave it on for like 20 minutes. Okay, good. I'll set my timer. So for 20 minutes. All right, I got my hair. Okay, well, that's it. Oh. So I found another product, this one. I don't know if it's black on. I didn't do my research yet. But when I put it the first time, it was really, really good. Oh, Nathaniel Alexander, hi from Indonesia. Indonesia, hi. Hi. Welcome to my live. My name is Ernesto DeRose. And so basically that's how I do the live. Usually I'll start with the topic, talk about it, and then I'll answer the question on the live afterward, because then I get distracted. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, so this is one of the product that I found. I didn't do my research. I don't know if it's black on, but I remember in one of the video I was saying to my black audience that I do use cold wash in my hair, but let's say that you do use the cold wash and it's like very greasy, then you could use the shampoo, but you don't want to use the shampoo too often because of the chemical that they have. I know there's a particular type of shampoos like in a yellow bottle. It have no sulfur and stuff. So if I find it, I'll bring it to you guys. And yeah. So anyways, yeah. So today's topic is advocate for yourself. Always advocate for yourself, and that had to do with my pregnancy again. All right. So, to make a quick story, I went to the hospital when I was 37 weeks because I know that my high blood pressure was high, right? So that's why I found out that I needed to get induced because they told me that I had preeclampsia, right? And my doula always say, advocate for yourself because, like everything's a business, and that's why I'm saying that, especially for the new parents, like don't go to the hospital and thinking, oh, they have my best interest. Like most of the time, they'll give you certain painkillers because they want to get you in and out of the hospital. You understand? So you have to ask questions and you have to be comfortable with the situation, because what they'll do is they'll make it seem like they're your friend and stuff, and they'll try to guilt trip you. And you have to do your research, right? And the stuff that I'm gonna say, right, because I noticed last time I was sharing my experience and someone was like, well, I took this and it didn't affect me, it's not a big deal. Like, let me tell you something, right? I'm sharing my experience, okay? So it have nothing to do with you. Okay, thank you. So yeah, yeah, I spoke to my doula. Oh, for the people that don't know what a doula is, it's someone that help you during the pregnancy and after postpartum, right? So okay, I'm just making sure my baby's not crying. Yeah, so we have a conversation and she wanted to. Okay, hold on, I gotta come back. Hold on. What happened, Papa? What happened? What happened? What happened? Sorry about that. Okay. No, I noticed he wanted to be close to me. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not around, he start crying and stuff. And anyway, so okay, so where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, yeah. So I was 37 week, went to the hospital. They told me I had preeclampsia and I needed to have I needed to get induced, right? And before I went to the hospital, I had a doula, right? So we did like a birth plan. Me, I wanted to give birth naturally. That's what I wanted to do. No painkiller, no nothing, right? So now I go there, come to find out that my cervix is not dilated enough, right? So they keep saying take Pitocin, and I'm like, I don't want to take Pitocin. I really don't. Me personally, I don't want to take Pitocin. Now, if you took it, fine, girl. That's you, okay. But me, okay. I didn't want to take Pitocin because come to find out that when you take Pitocin and make your baby heart beat drop, and I just didn't want that. So now they kept telling me to take Pitocin. I said I didn't want to take it, right? And then it was like, okay, so we have another method. We could give you the balloon method, right? So it's something that they insert inside of you. It's like they blow up some water in a balloon to like extract your cervix, right? And then it's supposed to take 12 hours, right? So, I'm starting with the process. So I think it was like what? Um, when I started the process, it was like 6 o'clock. I think it was 6 o'clock in the morning. So I had to wait all the way to 6 o'clock at night because it's supposed to be inside of you for 12 hours, right? And then I think I don't remember, but it's supposed to be inside for 12 hours so it could, help open up your service so the baby could get delivered, right? And then they was like, oh yeah, take Pitocin. And I was like, I don't want to take Pitocin. So now it's like the more question I started asking, the more they started changing their story. You understand what I mean? And it didn't make any sense. So now we agree on taking Misopol or something like that because it was telling me that if you take the balloon and the Misopol come back together, you have a 100% chance, a higher percentage chance of giving birth naturally. Okay, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want to have a C-section now. Let me remind you again, if you want a C-section, good for you. I was just sharing my story. I didn't want to have no C-section. Me personally, I didn't want it. I wanted to give it naturally. Okay. So now, I hate this shit so much. So now, right? So then I spoke to the night crew, right? The morning crew, this lady, I think she's like the director of the nurse or whatever. She come and she's like, oh yeah, she's introducing herself and she was like, yeah, we're gonna go with Pitocin. So I was like, no, I told the night crew that I wanted Misopol, and she was like, no, but over here, that's how we do it. And I was just like, okay. And then when the whole crew came up, they was like, they introduced themselves, and then I was like, yeah, I spoke to the night crew before, and I said I wanted Misopol. And then they was like, oh, but it's better if you take Pitocin. And I had to like advocate for myself. Like I had to fight that. I was like, no, that's not what I want. I want. So now they was like, okay, Mr. Rose, we are here to work for you. So I said, okay, thank you very much. So now they give me Mr. Bowling, right? And let me tell you something. Before I even took the painkiller or whatever, I was having contraction every 1 minute, and then the doctor and the nurse was looking at me like it was like, "You're not in pain?" And I'm like, "No, like it's manageable." And then they was like, "Wow, like it's every 1 minute, like you're not in pain." I was like, "I feel a little bit of pain, but I can manage it." So the minute they give me the Misopolin, is they supposed to put in inside of you vaginally, right? I was in pain. Like I swear to God, like I was like, okay, I don't want to take the epidural now because if I took the epidural now, it's gonna wear off. So I was like, what else can I take? They're like, oh, you could take Motrin. Let me tell you something. The Motrin didn't even do nothing. Like it didn't do shit. I was like, yo, why would you get like? Are you serious? Like, and then oh my doula, my doula is like, I'm gonna be here when you're like 5 centimeters, 6 centimeter dilated, right? So I was like, okay. So I was literally by myself, okay, and then and then She was like, yeah, just bring in and out, in and out. And I'm telling you, I breathed in and out, and it did not work. It really didn't work. Like the pain was horrible. The pain was horrible. But I had to last until a certain amount of hour because I didn't want to take the epidural too early, right? So anyway, so I'm in pain, I'm going through it, and then my baby father, he called me, he's like, where you at, whatever. We was going through something, but I was like, okay, come, because I'm by myself. I don't want to be by myself in the hospital. So, he come over or whatever, right? So now I'm in pain. So now the doctor come in and they keep checking my cervix, right? And I was like, this is the most uncomfortable thing ever. Like there was time where they was like, oh, we need to change your cervix. I was like, no, like leave me alone. I was like, leave me alone. And then it was like, okay. So now it was the same thing with the Benu. They was like, oh yeah, we're gonna take it early. And I was like, why you need to take it early? I thought it had to be there for 12 hours. So that's what I mean when I say advocate for yourself. Ask question. Okay, so now anyway, came to we took it out early, right? I forgot what time we took it out, and then I was really in pain. So now I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the epidural. The guy that does the epidural, I don't know, like if he been experiencing that, like I really don't know. But he was like, oh, I had to do other patient, you know, wait 30 minutes. So I'm like, okay, so I wait 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes pass. He come back, he's like, oh, you still gotta wait. I have other patients. So I waited a whole hour without the painkiller. All right. And then once he finally came in, he was like, yeah, it usually take 10 minutes. Of course, it can have some complication, but it should be really fast. The guy put it in. The way he did it, I knew he messed it up. Because it was so uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. And then guess what? I was in pain for like 2 hours, and I was like, "Where's the guy for the epi?" I was like, "Why the epidural is not working? Why it's not working? Why it's not working?" And like everybody in the the nurses, my doula, my baby father, they was all looking at the guy like, seriously, like no, like. I was really in pain. Like I was just like, and I was trying to tough it out, but I was like, why is not working? And it didn't work the first time. So now the guy called me. He was like, "Oh, and then he had the audacity, right? He see me in pain, and he was like, Mr. Rowe, does it work?" And I'm like, "No, obviously it does not work because it was coming like back to back. Like I couldn't take a break. Like I was like." I try to change every position. I try to deep breath. And when they give you the epidural, you're not supposed to move or anything like that, right? So that's what I did. So now what happened? So now they came a second time. The first guy that gave me the epidural, he came the second time and he was like, "Oh, we got to give it to you again." And I was like, "Hell no, you messed that up already." I said, "Is there anything I could take else?" And they was like, "No," but there was like someone else would do it for you. And then the second person, man, they did it. The epidural worked, and then I was able to give birth to my beautiful baby boy naturally. You understand? So, and then there was some family member that was like, do the C-section, do the C-section, and I was like, no, I don't want to do the C-section. I told the person already that I wanted to give birth naturally, so it kind of got me upset that she was telling my baby father to tell me to get a C-section, and I already told the person that that's not what I want to do. You understand what I mean? So that's another thing I want people to know. Like it's like set your boundary. You know. Now, some people, they just, I don't know what's wrong with people. They just want to walk all over you and be like, do this, do that. No, no. First of all, I'm a grown ass woman. If I tell you I don't want to do something, I don't want to do something, period. You understand what I mean? So, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And then, oh yeah, the director of the hospital, it was like the way she looked at me. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking, but she looked at racist because she was looking at me weird. Like I don't know. It was just a weird look. She was looking at me, and I was like, "But you understand? I'm from Canada. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, right? So I grew up around white people, so I can identify a racist person very easily. It's easy for me to identify them. Like you know, yeah. So. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And yesterday, one person was like, "You like racist joke?" And I was laughing. Right. Basically, why I was laughing, I was being sarcastic based on the comment. You understand what I mean? So, no, obviously, I do not like a racist joke. Why would I like racist joke? I was just being sarcastic. And then some people really come in my live, and I wish you guys could see the comment. He said. I'm like, really? You understand what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, that's why we gotta be careful what we say, because people's like, black people need to get over slavery, and it's like, nah, it's still present. Like, even it didn't happen too long ago, and nobody will go in front of a Jewish person and tell them you need to get over the Holocaust. Nobody will go in front of I gotta refresh my. There was the war between the Chinese and the Japanese, and the Japanese bombed in China or something like that. And then I forgot the name of it, but yeah, you can't tell either one or get over that. You understand? You gotta be careful, man. You gotta understand what you're saying. And then you gotta remember, right, the law of attraction, right? So whatever you say, you attract. So if you're in my live right now and you're wasting your time saying racist comment or talking about my hair or whatever, it does not affect me. It tells me a lot about you. Instead of being so negative, you could use that time to, I don't know, read a book, improve on your skill, make some money or something. You understand what I mean? Like, your life had to be so miserable to the point that you had to come in my life and criticize my hair and talk about my face or whatever. You understand what I mean? And then I made it clear so many times. I am not here to, because some people want to come and, try to, like, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I know I'm attractive. Well, don't be coming on my Instagram and Snapchat and all of that and be like, you single? No, I'm not looking for that. Okay, I have a son. Okay, I want him to have a better future that I had. Even though I have my education, I face a lot of racism. You understand? And they did not give me the same opportunity that my peers that I graduated from Baruch College, and that's why I got so mad. At one point I spazzed out. I spazzed out, man, because I'm like, this is not fair. Because, I work, I study, I graduated from Baruch College, and I'm like, why am I not being offered the same opportunity than my peer? Because I'm black. And that's the truth. And it really upset me. You understand what I mean? And, I know some people make it, but if I don't want to put perm in my hair, I don't want to put perm in my hair. I shouldn't be judged because of, oh, I have an afro and stuff like that, It's kind of sad. It's like, at least I'm comfortable with my natural hair. Now it's up to you. If you want to wear a wig, perm, or whatever, it's good. I used to wear all of that. But I find that interesting when I'm walking in the street and a girl got a perm or wig and they're looking at me like my hair look crazy. And I'm like, but hold on, you have someone else hair and then you want to look at me like I'm crazy? That's crazy. You understand what I mean? Like, I was in a relationship with someone and the daughter, she kept making comment about my hair, but her little daughter had an afro too. And she kept looking at me like, your hair is not there. And, I don't know what was her problem, but I was like, bitch, shut up. So anyway, you understand what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. And like I said, I'm not going to waste my time reading negative comment or anything like that. I ain't got time for that. I know where I'm going, you know. And the truth is, the majority of y'all that come in my life and put all these negative comments, you still gonna be stuck where you at. Period. Ew. Look how long my hair is. So yeah, so that's why I'm working on a project right now. I didn't have the time to post it because I do have a newborn. I do have a life to live, and I grew up in the era where we don't be on social media all the time. We live in the moment. So that's all I wanted to say. Hold on. Let me just read the comment real quick so I can finish doing my hair because I gotta go do something. And that's what I was saying. Positive vibe only. Rise and shine. And it's funny because one person was telling me, you sure you want to add the people that you block or they're not present? And I was like, no. So I added some people, and I said they didn't even follow me or even, so I'm like, you know what? You're right, man. Just leave the people in the past. Whoever I blocked, they wasn't meant to move with me. You know what I'm saying? Because when your blessing is finally there, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody deserves to come with you. Some people, they have to be left behind, period. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you see? Long hair. Long hair. Now I know if I go blow dry my hair, it's gonna mess it up. So I'm gonna wait. But yeah. And some people say, you ain't got no hair. I'm like, shut up. Hey, bonjour tous les Canadiens, Québécois, man. Hey, si tu vois mon frère là, Mackenzie ou bien Morency ou Maudelaine, là, dis-le là que je suis bien. Et puis, j'espère qu'ils vont bien aussi. Oh, Magic Fashion, mashallah, God vibe, God give you very beautiful face, my sister, mashallah. Oh, mashallah as well. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. The leader said, yes, advocate for yourself. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna block that person because this is racist and we ain't got time for that. Bye. Okay. Okay, someone wrote in another language. I have no clue. Maybe I'm not sure which. Yeah, I'm not sure. That ensures the live bulb will a Tesla Cybertruck be solid enough to protect Elon Musk against egg thrown by an adult male? Yes, I'm pretty sure. But I don't like the Cybertruck. I think it's really ugly. But I do notice that there's another model of Tesla that there's a lot of people that have it, and I don't know if you guys been paying attention to the news, but the stock market been going down. So yeah. So if you want to get a Tesla, you could probably afford it. Okay, SG is like, hi girl, why are you live streaming from the bathroom? That's so funny. Where you from? Because I just took a shower and I'm doing my hair. Okay. You're so amazing. Team says we are greeting. Oh, Maddie, she says self-care Monday. Love the vibe, girl. You look good. Thank you. Okay, my baby is okay. I gotta go because my baby is crying. So bye. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Also, I'm doing a fundraiser for the St. Jude Children's Hospital because children are the future and they deserve the medical attention that they need. Everybody health is well. So God bless and have a good day. All right. Bye.